Hi there, Ken from Audio Talk. This is my next project here. I picked these up at an auction. They're called the STV-853 from Fisher. What's really funny is when I picked them up, they weigh nearly nothing. And but you know what? I put them on to test them. Bass was actually quite okay. And that's despite this little quarter as a magnet. However, these are made in Japan. So Fisher here in the 80s had like a bunch of speakers that was like made by other manufacturers, and was just kind of slapped their name on it. But this is actually like, they don't look like much, but these are, some of the real drivers, like OEM drivers of Fisher. But look at this crossover here. Quite pathetic. In the listening test, a big thing that was happening with the was that it wasn't very unclear in the highs and the mids. The bass was decent, and that's despite that the bass has no filtering. It's directly connected to your amplifier, and it still sounded okay, but that's going to benefit tremendously from getting an actual filter so we can cut away some of that breakup that absolutely is there. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, this is a 10-inch woofer. It's gonna have some breakup. Same thing with the mid. Here we're gonna introduce a real filter. I'm undecided, what type of filter yet. I'm gonna run the software on it and try out some different things. But certainly it's going to be, here is the bottleneck right here. This first order filter here with a capacitor and a resistor in series to each of the mid and to the high, to the tweeter. And what was crazy is that the little one for the highs, 14.4 in dissipation factor, which is really high. That's a lot dissipating into nothing that should have been sound up in the highs. But get this, the 6.8 for the mid, a dissipation factor of almost 32%. So it's just completely toast. And so that makes a lot of sense to that the measurement, that the sweep sounded decent, but the sound test with the drivers didn't sound good. So even if we just did a upgrade of these components here, we'll for sure see a really good upgrade. But I think that this will be fun to do an actual second order filter and truly control these drivers. Also for this, I would really like to hear your opinion if you think that would be exciting to see the result of that with this old speaker, or we should just upgrade this old design here. So there's definitely something to work with here. Again, the bass was good. The one tweeter was burned on it, like it's defective. The other one worked, and when I did the sweep with the DATS V2, it actually measured pretty good. And you could also hear the clarity to it. So what I'm contemplating doing with these is that probably we're going to coat this mid-range with some Damar varnish. And so the tweeter, I'm not sure. I mean, the one was defective. I did find a new set on eBay that I potentially could put in here, but what also could be a possibility is to put in a neodymium dome tweeter, and and then fill this cavity with resin. So let me hear what you think. We should go with the original set of tweeters and just improve the obviously the crossover is a big problem here. And for that crossover, so it's a 6.8 microfarad cap in series for the mid, and a 1.5 for the tweeter. Resistor here, 2.7 and a 3.3. Those are in series, so essentially an 8 ohm load. You know, it's gonna let through a lot of resonance, and a lot of peaks and stuff with these kind of drivers. What else? Oh goodness, the cabinet. So it did come with, like, you know, the cabinet is in really good shape. Not really any major scratches, and the dust covers here are also in really good shape. And so I took the drivers out. That's what was on the table there. See there, it's a 1/2-inch particle board. I mean, that really could use some bracing and and then there's no dampening material at all. So that's also kind of funny. So that's definitely something that can improve a lot. The port looks really small, but you know, it's not really that powerful of a speaker, and the cabinet is quite large. So I actually don't think there's a chuffing problem. But you know, yeah. So that's my next project. It kind of looks like junk, but when I was listening to the sweeps of these drivers, you know, you could sometimes hear that in the sweep, like the clarity of it all. I mean, and how aggressive it kind of sounds from those. And I feel like there's some potential here to this speaker. And again, you know, Japanese produced here, Korean, another Korean, the tweeter is Korean too. So yeah, let me know what you think. If we should leave, you know, the tweeters original, or we should do that dome tweeter tweak. I would love to hear some comments on that. I'm really having a hard time deciding. So and just for a little update on my Dahlquist's PDQ 16s, those parts are gonna come this weekend. So all those tweaks that's gonna come on that thing, which needs quite a lot less than these. I'm excited to test that out. For now, Kent here from Audio Talk. Take care, guys, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.